Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Insights of Leone. My name is Yanisa Camara. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to do a little recap. Last week, I was agitated on the fact that a lot of things that are going on with the firefighters in Leone was not right. And it's just saddening because I basically stated that our firefighters that are putting their lives on the line to save lives did not have the proper training, did not have the proper equipment, and so forth. Now, come to find out, it's just upsetting to find out that they were selling, the firefighters are selling water to construction workers, to construction sites. Now, we are given this opportunity to save lives. And also, we have all these things that are accessible to us. But instead of us to utilize this or use this to the best of our ability to save lives, we are putting them on the stake for more money, or as they would say, to the highest bidder. Now, what we have come to acknowledge is the fact that the water is being sold to construction sites. The water that is supposed to be used to save lives is being sold to construction sites and also to the highest bidder. Now, as a human being, as a humane individual, would I jeopardize the lives of a human being for money? What is more important to me, money or someone else's life? Well, ladies and gentlemen, according to what is going on, a lot of people that, in Leone are not acknowledging the fact that human life matter. They are putting the fact that, they rather make money than to value the life of someone else, which indeed it's absurd. And I find it quite upsetting. It's quite disappointing, because if your job is to save a life, why are you not doing that job? Now, we have another video that we're going to present to you, ladies and gentlemen, where the firefighters were not able to stop a fire. And as I stated in the beginning of all of this, is that they were selling the water that they are supposed to use to save lives, to save buildings, to save properties. Initially, ladies and gentlemen, I stated that many of us we worry about our families in Africa. we worry about what is going on in Leone. But apparently, the people that we try to support are not doing what it is that is required of them. Now, if I work for an organization and I find out that you are doing what you're not supposed to do, I will be more than happy to report it. But again, unfortunately, this is Africa. If you report something that is wrong, you will get sacked. Quite disappointing. Now, last week, we spoke about the firefighters, our heroes that are supposed to be saving lives, how they're supposed to be, trained, having the proper equipment, and so forth. Now, this week, unfortunately, I have to tell you that how the water that they're supposed to be utilizing to be saving lives, they're selling. They are actually selling to the higher bidder. So that meaning, I don't care about your life. I care about money. So if you have more money, if this person is burning, I will turn my face. But I'm paying you to save my life, but you don't care about my life. I find that quite saddening, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite saddening. Now, I have a video that I'm going to show where another building, not just an official building, this, ladies and gentlemen, it's a residential building that is burning, and where are the firefighters? They're nowhere to be seen. Why? Because they don't have the proper equipment. That's number one. Two, they don't have the proper training. And the most critical part, they don't have the equipment, which is the water. Why? Because the water is being sold to a construction site. These construction sites are being used to build companies, buildings, government houses, business houses, and so forth. So what they're trying to say to us, ladies and gentlemen, is that our lives don't matter. When is Africa going to change? We have so much to talk about because there is so much going on in Sierra Leone, and I have footages of the president doing something that he said that another tribe should not do, and which they're doing. I have footages. I have another footage of, it's just so much going on, it devastates me. So I don't want to just sit here and come and narrate to you, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to know that this show is the insights of Sierra Leone. Now, before, a lot of people used to say, oh, you don't like SLPP. You don't, and then it came to a point where he said, you don't like APC. I am not here to like APC, SLPP, or any party, ladies and gentlemen. I am here for the betterment of the country. No party matters to me. I am of a neutral party. So if I say something you disagree with, I respect your, I respect your opinion. But at the end of the day, I want you to tell me why you're disagreeing with me. Do not tell me because I don't like this party. Give me something logical. Explain to me why you feel that way, and then that way I will be more than happy to bring you onto this show. But I am not going to bring anyone onto this platform due to the fact that they just want to come on. And I have stated that so many different times. Now, according to what is going on, as I've stated in the beginning of the show, is that we are selling the water that we're supposed to utilize to save lives. We are supposed to be doing so many things to save lives, but instead we are selling what we're supposed to use to save lives. Now, I'm supposed to be showing you the video, but unfortunately we are having a bit of technical difficulties, so we're going to have to continue. Now, whenever the video is ready, I will be more than happy to show another building being burned down due to the fact that we don't have the proper utensils to stop this fire from continuing. The proper utensils to stop what is happening, and which is quite saddening. Now, another thing that is going on in Leone, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that a lot of people are getting arrested. Now, let me just go through this. I'm going to tell you, don't do something. Don't do something, but it's okay for me to do it. Does that make sense to you? If I ask you not to do something, but I go ahead and do it. Okay, so let's put it this way. How would you feel if the government tells you don't do something and they go ahead and do it? How would you feel in that aspect? Now, on Thursday, when I presented a video in reference to people walking down the street, dancing and so forth, in reference to former President Koroma not going to the ACC's office. When the ACC came to interview him and they intercepted the police, refusing the police to go interview the president, the anti-corruption investigators to go ahead and do the investigation. I presented a video with a secret society that was going down the street, dancing, partying, in the public, not indoors. Now, the saddest thing is that the SLPP put out a statement saying that they have violated. Remember the word that I just said, ladies and gentlemen. The SLPP put out a statement saying that these people have violated the distance, the social distancing that has been put in place. Now, I have a video that I'm going to play for you as well. Social distancing, as the SLPP stated. The SLPP stated, due to the fact that the ONS Security Division, the ONS Security Division put out the banding of these things, which is it's just ridiculous. It should not be out. Now, SLPP put out something stating that they have violated it. Now, the ONS said that, there should be no more of these secret societies being out. The ONS stated that this should no longer be out. Now, and when, people in the North or whatever have you did it, the SLPP put out a statement saying that they have violated the social distancing. They have arrested so many people. Now, on the video that we're going to show you, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you the president, the current president of Sierra Leone, in a confined environment, not outside, exterior, but interior, inside, doing what they are complaining about. So, in other words, it's okay for one party to do something, but when another party does it, it's illegal. They are to get arrested. Now, they have arrested people, which indeed they have incarcerated due to this. I think it should not be done. I think investigations need to be put in place, because for you to say, well, I agree with the ONS, security division, and then you go ahead and you do something, how does that make you feel, Mr. President? That makes you look like a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite, are you not? You are to be labeled as a hypocrite. President Julius B.O. is a hypocrite, because he's given us the entitlement to label him as a hypocrite. He is saying that this should not be done, but in actuality, he is doing it. So how are we supposed to be looking at you? Okay, so this is the president of Sierra Leone dancing without a facial mask with his secret society, and which they said, SLPP said, that ONS security division said it was banned, it was illegal. But if you look at this video, ladies and gentlemen, you will see he did not even have a mask on. Now, this video don't have a voice, because we are trying to eliminate what is being said in the background. And then the chairman of the SLPP is also going to be shown dancing with his wife that got a promotion to be the minister of mining. So, shall we go ahead with this video?
But when we in the North do this,
that is our president.
So watch this video for the SLPP folks. Now that the public, the ONS, the security.
This is a young man reporting, showing us what it is that is going on.
That they should not be.
James, can you please enlarge it?
Allowed to, come up with their secret societies and all of that. But see them bringing up their own secret society. So watch these videos, and I'm going to come back and show you, the level of, this level of disingenuousness, basically. All right. Okay, so guys, that is the president of Sierra Leone right there. This was recently, that is a secret society. They have no business to be out because it has been banned. So says the ONS, the security division. There's no difference with them being inside of a building or being outside. There's no way that they should be coming out because it has been banned. When you ban something, you ban it. Matter of fact, when people are hiding and doing stuff like this in a building, it becomes more of a problem because now they're really, really violating a law that they know that they should not be violating. So that is what I wanted to share. Okay, guys, so now I want you to see, this is the minister, actually this is the chairman, the chairman of the SLPP as a political party. This is him dancing, and that's his wife. This was when his wife was recently promoted and made a minister. And we know this SLPP, it's all the family members, everybody's getting positions, right? So he's the chairman of the SLPP party. His wife is the deputy minister of mines. But look at them bringing out secret societies, you know, which you're about to see here very shortly, the secret societies. Okay, guys, so as you can see, they're all dancing. No social distancing, no respect for the law. This is a secret society. It's out, it's dancing. Everybody, look at them. No masks, nothing, absolutely nothing. Where's the ONS? Where are the civil societies? Nobody reported that this is a problem. Nobody came out with a press release because it's the ruling government of the SLPP. Where's the SLPP party from? From the south. Where are the other people that they're going after? From the north. So this is the problem I want to point out to the international community. We don't want another Rwanda in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is a very peaceful country. The people of Sierra Leone are very, very peaceful. Look at them. This is a secret society. Nobody said it was wrong. No ONS, no PPRC, Political Party Registration Commission. None of them came out to give a press release to say this was wrong, or they should go after these people and arrest this chairman of the SLPP, the ruling party in Sierra Leone today. Nobody made any comments. Civil societies are sitting there. Joseph Sanos, Andrew Lavalise, Ibrahim Tomis, Vicky Rimos. Nobody said anything. Now they are arresting people from Makini. This is all right, guys, so this is a stark comparison to what the current government is doing. Look at these guys. These are the people that are now the PPRC, the ONS, the security service. They've all put out a press release saying that these people are violating the customs and traditions of secret societies, that they shouldn't bring out secret societies. When the current government, even the president, as early as a few weeks ago, was actually dancing with secret societies. Dancing with secret societies. Look at these guys, social distancing. They're not even crowded up. When you look at the previous videos, you see how this government, the current government, they are so crowded up. No social distancing, no face mask. Not even the president had a face mask on. But now the PPRC, the ONS, the security divisions, they are all bringing out press release claiming that these guys are violating that the laws to say their secret societies are banned. It is unlawful. It is not correct. If you ban secret societies for these guys from the north, ban it for the ruling government as well, for people from the south. So that is all we're saying. Fair justice for all. So they should release our people that they've arrested in McKinney henceforth, because it is wrong. Very recently,
well,
it happened in the south.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to narrate that, and I want to applaud that young gentleman for presenting this and sending it to me, because the mere fact of it is that I do understand, as we always say on this platform, we're not here to support any party, and we're also aware of the fact that that gentleman that is there, I'm not going to say his name, he's also in another party that their party is thinking about standing for election in 2023. So we're not here to promote them in no way or form. Please understand. But the reason why we presented that video, ladies and gentlemen, is because it cannot be good for you and bad for someone else. If it's good for you, it should be good for the next person. If it's bad for you, it should be bad for the next person. So we need to be realistic. You, SLPP, are going around arresting people due to the fact that, oh, you're complaining about the social distancing. Let's be realistic. We just show you a video of your current president dancing with a secret society that has been banned by the ONS. That's been banned. So your president is hiding doing this. What does that make him? A hypocrite or what? Let me understand it. Let's ponder on that for a minute. If I am a president, I am the leader of a nation, and then the secret division tells the public don't do something, and I go behind closed doors and I do it. What does that make me? How is that making me look like to the public, to my followers? I am the leader, and how is that making me look? Devastating. Disappointment. Total disappointment. Because they say a leader has to what? Show the perfect example. Are you showing the perfect example, Bill? You know, I think the most intelligent thing that Fatima, which is the First Lady, which is Miss Bill, has done is to stop calling me. Because I am now recording any conversation that is being sent to me. If you send me a conversation or send me anything, we will play it on the air. Okay. I do respect the government, the current government, but all I'm saying is do not say something and then you don't abide by it. Now, we're not going to go into that too much because a lot of you know how I feel in reference to that. But we are going to go on because this show is the insights of Sierra Leone. And we're just going to touch up on the next topic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you're aware, just to update you, a former rebel leader in Sierra Leone, imprisoned for crime against humanity committed during the country's civil war, has been granted conditional early release. Augustine GBAO. He is now 72 years old. He's a former leader of the Revolutionary United Front, which is RUF. He was given a 25-year sentence for acts including terrorism, murder, rape, and sexual slavery. The former RUF commander Augustine has been granted conditional early release with a 3-month delay, during which time he must undergo specific training geared to his understanding and acceptance of responsibility for the harm he inflicted by his crime. Now, me personally, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm innocent because I've done a lot of wrong in my life. But let's call wrong is wrong. You committed all this crime, terrorism, extermination of innocent people, murdering people, raping innocent people, and also doing sexual slavery. And you think you deserve to be given an early release? Absolutely, positively not. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are the voice. We can only present to you what is given to us. Now, before this was granted, was it asked of our opinion as a society, as a country? No. They decided because, oh, he's been a good guy in jail, so now we can let him go out because he's 72 years old. I will continue reading. Now, former RUF Commander Augustine has been granted conditional early release with a 3-month delay, during which time he must go specific training geared to his understanding and acceptance of responsibility for the harm he has inflicted by his crime. The residual special court of Leone said in a statement released on Wednesday. The court said it is found that Mr. Augustine, who was detained in 2003 and is serving his sentence in Rwanda, had largely behaved properly in prison and showed remorse. You showed remorse because you're in jail. You know, when you go in jail, there are people that are bigger than you. They are more thuggish than you. So you behave because you are scared. You are scared. You are in fear of your life. So now you want society to give you a leeway to get out of jail? I don't think so. I absolutely disagree with that. If you think I'm being cruel to what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, judge me. This gentleman committed so much crime, hate crime, that were inhumane. Because he's 72 years old, or we should let him get out of jail. Personally, Augustine, I'm not even going to call you Mr. Augustine. You killed so many of my countrymen. You abused so many of my sisters. And you want me to feel pity for you? I don't have that kind of heart. I am a loving person, but ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me. Now, the court said it's found that Mr. Augustine, who was detained in 2003 serving sentence in Rwanda, should be freed due to his behavior and also showing remorse. Should be able to serve the remaining of his sentence in his community in Brahma. Brahma is in Sierra Leone, where he did a lot of harm. He destroyed so many people's lives. And Rwanda, well, the Sierra Leonean government want to let him free, to let him back into Sierra Leone. Absurd. You know, Brahma is in the Eastern Province, ladies and gentlemen. And along his release will be subject to close supervision and strict conditions. Now, these are the strict conditions, ladies and gentlemen. The conditions include a radio and a television apology to the victims of his crimes and to the people of Sierra Leone. Hypothetically, I killed your sister, excuse me, I killed your brother, and I raped your sister. Or, I know this might be sounding a little bit profound, but if I raped your mother and I killed your father, and I come on the radio or the TV and I say I'm sorry, would you accept that? I think it's absurd. I think he needs to die in jail. Personally, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to voice my own personal opinion, so I do apologize, but also I'm a human being. I have feelings, I have families. But when you do wrong, wrong is wrong. We need to acknowledge our wrong. Don't try to play one hand like SLPP is doing and then try to do another. It's unacceptable. Now, the Judicial Special Court for Sierra Leone is the successor to the court established by the United Nations in 2002 to try those who bear the greatest. Who bears the greatest? You get it? Humane acts. 2002. To those people that committed the most human acts during the West Africa country in 1991 to 2001 Civil War. That's what that court is there for. Not to say because you behave yourself, we're going to let you out of jail. Let's be realistic. You committed a crime. You have to serve your time. I grew up in America. You commit a crime, there's no way they will let you out of jail. Probation don't mean you go back to your community. Probation means, okay, I will let you out early, but we will monitor you and we will watch you. But you have to report to us every certain this set amount of time where you have to come into probation. You report to probation. But this gentleman, apparently, he's given a leeway where he don't have to report to probation because Sierra Leone don't have probation, which is sad. The conflict, financed largely by the so-called Blood Diamond era, left 120,000 people dead and tens of thousands mutilated. Let me just repeat that. 120,000 dead. And then another tens of thousands people. Come on. You caught my arm. 120,000 dead already. Now we focus on the people that got amputated, and so forth. And you expect me to let you out of jail. And within 1991 to 2001, you, ladies and gentlemen, has to be the judge. Because time is coming close to an end, and I cannot go on. Now, one thing I want us to focus on is what is going on with the doctors in Sierra Leone. Now, doctors treating coronavirus patients in Sierra Leone have launched a strike over unpaid bonuses, among other grievances. The strike on Thursday marked an escalation in a row between doctors and the government over the doctors say it is a misuse funds for the coronavirus. Apparently, the monies that was given for the coronavirus was not used properly. So the doctors have decided to go on strike. The strike on Thursday marked as an escalation in the war between doctors and government over what doctors say is a misuse of funds for the coronavirus response in the country and the lack of protection and compensation for the health workers. Mr. S.K. Jesu made a statement saying, "No patient showing COVID-like symptoms will be treated by any doctor until we have the support we need." Doctors say they were promised hazard pay for their work during the outbreak, but they have yet to receive any payment. The number of doctors taking part in the strike has been unverified. At Forward Bay College, whose dormitories has been transformed into the country's largest COVID-19 treatment center, no new patients were accepted on Thursday because the listen to this. No new patients were accepted on Thursday because the 5 doctors at the 200-bed facility were on strike. 5 doctors, 200-bed facility. 5 doctors, 200-bed facilities, ladies and gentlemen, was strike. Meaning, living the community health, oh boy, living the community health workers, nurses to care for the sick. There were no critically ill patients on site, said by Dr. S.K. Jesu. There is now concern that the strike could also lead to a rise in coronavirus due to the fact that there were no doctors at hand. This is a statement. It is going to be hell of a problem if this thing isn't quickly resolved, said Senior Community Health Officer Kaya Conte, who was coordinating lunch deliveries for patients at Forward Bay College. If these doctors are not getting paid, ladies and gentlemen, how are they going to be able to take care of their families? How are they going to be able to take care of their bills? So by them going on strike is an indication that something is wrong. Our people need treatment. If they're not treated here, what can we expect them to do? So, meaning that there are no other facilities for these patients to go to. So all these patients have to go to Forward Bay College to be treated. In a letter addressed to the government, Leone Medical and Dental Association also protested that authorities had purchased 30 4x4 vehicles for managers for monies intended for the fight against the virus rather than drugs and equipment. Government officials could not be reached for questioning as to if this is factual or non-factual. Now, as we are all aware, we have shown pictures of the 30 vehicles, SUVs, 4x4s, that were purchased by the government for other government officials, instead of them to give this to this facility, for this facility to take care of these sick individuals. This monies was due to be given to this facility, but instead the money has gone astray. And I'm not even going to say we cannot rectify this. Each and every one of you are aware of what happens to this money. The association has proposed that doctors continue to provide care to non-COVID-19 patients during the strike. Sierra Leone, which is among the world's poorest countries, has reached nearly 1,500 COVID virus cases, including 160 healthcare workers and 60 related deaths. Now, I can sit here, ladies and gentlemen, and I can tell you so much, but I'm here to report what the facts are and what is being sent to me. Since the outbreak began, about 20% of Sierra Leoneans' total coronavirus expenditures, or nearly 800,500, was procured in 30 SUVs and 230 motorbikes for emergency operation centers, Office of Natural Security, police officers, and military, according to the procurement report released in Sierra Leone Finance Ministry. So what they're telling us, ladies and gentlemen, is that the monies that were supposed to be used for the health care is being used to purchase things that are of irrelevance to the well-being of the country. The only medical equipment that was listed on that procurement report was 8 ventilators, which cost the finance ministry $85,000. Well, let me correct myself. $85,285. So much money was given, and only $85,285 was spent for ventilators. Meanwhile, the Healthcare Ministry's COVID-19 situation report described a lack of funds to pay for the contract tracers. Doctors complain of a lack of protective equipment like gloves they don't have, masks, and coveralls vital to prevent infection spreading from patients to hospital staff. So we're putting our hospital staff at risk. The country was severely hit by the COVID-19, by the corona in 2014 to 2016. On another note, ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesday, the court rejected a bid by former Liberian president and convicted war crime Charles Taylor, which indeed that's part of Africa as well. But, you know, just to bring you up to date, ladies and gentlemen, for many of you sport fans out there, I know we're running through this too quickly, but just to bring you up to date, it has been brought to attention that 3 of our Sierra Leonean sports stars has been confirmed to have coronavirus. The Sierra Leonean captain, Umar Bangura, and 2 other members of the Sierra Leone Stars, Philip Cole, a fitness coach, and Eric Fumba, has been tested positive for the coronavirus. The trio contacted the COVID-19 while they were on international duty with the Sierra Leonean Star in Niger, and they are self-isolating at the moment as we speak. You know, it's a lot of things going on in Sierra Leone, and sometimes one do not have time to basically speak on it all. But also, I want everyone to understand that what is going on in Sierra Leone, it's inhumane. We are all children. We're all visitors in this country. In this world, we are passing by. As I've always stated, our objective is to leave a legacy. Let's be humane and let people remember us for something that we did of positivity. I'm not going to sit here and say Mr. Z is perfect, Mrs. T is good. We all have our past, but the essence of life is that as we go on through this journey, let us try to change and leave an imprint that others can follow behind. No one is perfect, but we can all try to leave a legacy. Sierra Leone is our home. Let's work together and make a difference. I thank you all for watching. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
You are watching Honest TV.
James, what did I say wrong?